What's going on, everyone? In today's Book Mind video, Victor and I are going to show you how you can get over 10% back on every single book that you buy at Amazon. This video, while it's quite simple, it's really game changing for being a bookseller. So before we get into it, what's going on, Victor?
Hey, Joji, let's raise our profit margins, right?
Yeah,
And this is just simple tips that we do to get it even higher. So I think it's a great video we're covering. So let's do it.
yeah, a lot of businesses are trying to get 10% profit in their business, right? Here we are getting 10% back on every book purchase, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
the first thing that we're going to talk about is actually using a couple of different credit cards. Now, one thing that we want to say right off the bat is Victor and I are not saying you should go into debt to buy books. I
Right.
personally don't believe in taking out debt to go buy books and buy inventory. So it, also know that if you're somebody who historically is not very good at using credit cards, then I would completely ignore all this advice about getting a credit card, right? I think we both agree.
Yeah, you definitely have to manage your debt. Like if you buy $5,000 worth of books on a credit card, you need to know that you're going to sell them back. And that's just really hard to do in a business. So both me and you recommend not to use a credit card for those ways. But besides that, if you can manage, if you can pay it off every month, yeah, then there's some really great benefits, which we're about to talk about.
Okay. So here we are over on Amazon, and both you and I have the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card
Uh,
for one reason, and that is if you are a Prime member,
yeah.
meaning you have a Prime membership, you get 5% back on every book purchase. That means for every $100 you spend on books, Victor, you get $5 back. For every $1,000 you spend, you get $50 back.
Right.
5% back, just right off the bat when you just buy a book, and that's unlimited. I mean, that's pretty insane, Victor.
The fact that it's unlimited is insane, and the fact that, like, say, other businesses are operating on 6% margins,
Yeah,
and just with this credit card, we're getting 5%, just
yeah,
it's crazy. It's like,
yeah,
this could be, like, somebody's business plan altogether, like, "Okay, so I'm gonna buy some books and sell them break even, but this credit card is gonna pay me with the actual business." There might be somebody crazy enough to try to think about doing that, but, like,
yeah,
with us, we get to just add it on top. It's
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
And the cool thing is that if you don't have this credit card, when you do sign up, there's usually a welcome bonus. Sometimes it's 100, sometimes it's 50, maybe sometimes a little bit higher. But basically, if you apply, you oftentimes can get almost instantly improved. And yeah, you get a gift card, which you can then use to go buy some books, and then you get 5% back. And essentially, those are going to be rewards points, Victor, that you can actually apply to future book purchases, which is really cool. And that's what I end up doing. I end up buying a lot of books every year. So, for example, I spend close to 100,000 on books every year, Victor. So, do the math. How much money am I getting back that I can use to buy more inventory?
Uh, $500?
No, so I spend close to 100,000. So I'm getting like
Oh, oh,
I'm getting like 4,000 ish.
4,000, yeah, sorry. Yeah,
$4,000, Victor.
sorry.
That's like,
I don't know, yeah.
yeah, no, you're good. But $4,000
Yeah,
is like that could be someone's mortgage payment for a couple months
yeah, yeah.
just off of, again, ordinary spend. Again, Victor and I are not telling you to take out this credit card if you're not responsible or if you have difficulty or you have a bad past. All we're saying is if you have the money to buy the books and you're going to buy the books anyways, and you're going to manage your credit card as you should manage it, then you get 5% back. So
Yeah,
if
with
we could do that, we're amazing.
this credit card alone, I get well over $10,000 a year, right? Which is what I should have thought of when you asked me that question
Yeah.
because, like, in years past, I bought over $200,000, two Fiskies, books, and at 5%, that's just a ton of money, and that's, a kind of old used car, but that's a ton of money that you just get free for using this, card. So if this is the first time you guys are hearing about it, you definitely need this card with or without our, like, referral links that we have here. You really need the card because it really just helps out your business.
Yeah, we do have our referral links down below. We get like a $50 gift card if you sign up. So, full disclosure, if you want to support either of us, we'll put my link there, we'll put Victor's link there. And if you think that we're trying to scam you, then again, don't use it at all or don't even get a credit card at all. But if you want to help us out, that's one way
Yeah.
you could do that. And by the way, I usually just buy baby stuff. So, I buy stuff for my son, for an upcoming baby, because, Amazon has a lot of great stuff. So, if you want to
But
support it,
before we go to
that's
the next, Joji, do you, what the one of the things I really like about the card is once I actually spend money on the credit card, say I spend like $200 to buy some books, within a couple of days, I'm actually able to spend the reward points. It doesn't take a month to like calculate the rewards and then give them to me. It's within a few days I'm able to actually use those points and buy stuff with it.
And they also don't expire, at least to my knowledge.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they don't expire, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, there's times where I've had just a lot of money, sitting there, right? I can just buy books, which is really cool. Now, if you're also buying books on eBay, we'd recommend also getting the eBay, Mastercard, which will give you 3 points per dollar spent. So in other words, 3% back on every dollar, up to the first $1,000 you spend in the calendar year. And then once you get beyond 1,000, Victor, now you're getting 5% back.
Yeah.
So again,
Once you get past $1,000, it's basically the same card as the Amazon card, but now you're just buying books on eBay.
right. So
Yeah.
think about how crazy this is. You're buying a book, you're just immediately right off the top getting 5% back, which is pretty incredible. Now, what we're going to say is then pair that with being sales tax exempt. So essentially, if you're buying a book or you're buying really any product at all, if you're a consumer, you actually have to pay sales tax. And depending on where you live, I think around the country it's what, like 6 to 8%, something like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Here in San Diego County, it's 7.75%. So if you spend $100 buying books, you'd actually pay an additional $7.75 in sales tax, if you're not sales tax exempt. So you absolutely, if you are going to make this business a business, you need to get sales tax exempt. It's actually quite easy to get sales tax exempt. And the way to do that is pretty simple. You just go to the Bookmine YouTube channel here, find the Bookmine Academy, click on view full playlist. And if you scroll down, you'll actually see that episode 21, Victor and I show you in 10 minutes how to get sales tax exempt on both eBay and Amazon, Victor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
A lot of
listen,
people ask us whether or not this is legal. And I'm like, yeah, it's perfectly legal. We're allowed to be resellers. And as resellers, we get tax exempt. You just have to apply for it. And in that video, we'll walk you through it. So
yep.
yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it is we're just manufacturing margin right now. We're getting 5% back using a credit card. Again,
Yeah.
we're using that responsibly, only spending money that we have. We're paying it off in full and on time every single month.
Mm.
And, with the sales tax exemption and the 5% back, we're already over 10%. Right. For me, that's 5% plus 7.75%. So I'm already at 12.5%, which is crazy. Now, this actually goes one step further as well because there's also something called Kindle Rewards. Victor, you want to explain what Kindle Rewards are?
Yeah, so there's actually some people that I've talked to recently that didn't know that Kindle Rewards existed, and so it was fun to kind of help them out, and then made me also realize there's a lot of people out there that don't know that. Like my father-in-law actually didn't know this, right? So, what Kindle Rewards is actually for every dollar you spend, you get a point, and for once you get to 300 points, you get $3. So it's basically like 1% back,
1%.
but 1% in Kindle Rewards. So if you have somebody in your family who likes to read and has a Kindle or even has a tablet, you can literally give them your Kindle points and you can buy almost unlimited amount of Kindle books. I mean, my wife, she's got a ton of Kindle books because I almost have this like unlimited glitch that's just giving me 1% back on Kindle books. And as most of you guys know, Kindle books aren't that expensive, and so you just get a ton of them every month, all just because we use our Amazon account to buy books. So yeah, don't forget about this. It's Amazon.com/Kindle Rewards. Click redeem, and every time you click redeem for your 300 points, that's $3 off, and you'll just keep on clicking $3 off until you have enough money to go buy whatever Kindle book you want.
So this will get to 300 and you'll simply click redeem. If you've got a bunch of points here, so one thing you have to understand is that I think this does reset actually,
Mhm.
meaning like if you don't actually click the redeem button after a certain period of time, those points actually go away. So if you have more than 300 points, you want to make sure you keep clicking redeem, until you've gotten all those credits back. And sometimes the site's a little glitchy. You might have to refresh the page and then redeem, redeem, redeem. But now once you're in the Kindle store up here,
Yeah,
in the search bar, you can search anything. So, I mean, one book that I recommend reading is Profit First. I'm sure that's probably in Kindle. So, it's
yeah, Kindle.
16.99 if you wanted to buy it on Kindle. And yeah, essentially, I don't have. So I've been buying some books. I don't have enough credits for that yet, but essentially, I could just get that book for free, right?
Right.
Um,
And you can actually gift it to people too. So let's say if you're instance, I hadn't read it yet, you could actually send it to me. Just send it to my email address after you bought it, and I would have it for like lifetime with that purchase. So
Here's a book I recommend everyone reads, one of my favorite books of all time. Actually, 2 books that I highly recommend you read. The Simple Path to Wealth. So you can actually see it says $0 right now because it says $9.99 before your credit. So I have more than $10 in credits. Again, Just got that from buying books that I was flipping on Amazon, right? So basically, you can get that for free. And then same thing, I really recommend this book. Have you read this book, Victor?
No.
Psychology Money. It's a great book. So
Yeah.
read that book as well. Look at it. It's got 58,000 reviews, Victor.
Wow.
And it's normally 10.44 in Kindle, but you can get it for free once you have those
Okay.
points. So um,
I've read The Simple Path to Wealth, so
yeah. Oh, you have, did okay.
yeah.
That sounds good. And so I really like reading personal finance books, but if you like reading literally anything, you can, for all those, all the people out there who are actually readers at heart, that people who love books at heart, I think this is probably the thing that excites you the most.
Yeah.
Let me get my Kindle points. Let me get my 1% back because, like I said, if you're spending, let's do the math here. So if you're spending close to $100,000 a year, which again is a lot for a lot of people, maybe not everyone's there, but $100,000 you spend a year, you're getting $1,000 so you can buy
Gets us Kindle points.
$1,000 worth of Kindle products that you can buy, which is
Yeah.
pretty insane. Yeah,
There's not enough. Basically, you have to somehow let some of them go or start gifting them out and stuff, and that's what I end up doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So just to summarize, when you buy a book on Amazon, you should be getting over 10% back. And so that 10% back is right off the top, 5% back from your Amazon Rewards Visa Signature credit card if you buy it on Amazon, or 5% back if you buy it with the eBay Mastercard. Then on top of that, you're going to get whatever your sales tax rate is. For me, it's 7.75%. So you're automatically getting that back, which, by the way,
Yeah, for me, it's also about 8, so yeah.
which, by the way, we didn't actually talk about how that is so important because it subsidizes the prep fee, right?
Right.
If you pay like a couple of dollars in prep, I pay $2.25. I think you pay $1.85.
Yep.
Basically, my average purchase price is $18. So, if we just
Vast
do a quick,
majority of it is covered from
yeah,
not paying sales tax.
yeah. So if we go ahead and take $18, which is my average purchase price, and multiply that by 7.5%, that's basically $1.35 I'm saving on every book that I buy. I pay $2.25 for every book I prep, so effectively, the actual rate to prep the book is under $1.
Yeah.
Under $1, Victor, or someone to do all the work for me. Open the package, inspect the book. Oh, no, no, see, yeah, okay, it's got stand. Oh, we got to return that book. That's a lot of labor. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
No,
And we don't have to do it.
and then lastly, you also have your Kindle Rewards. So you add all that up, and you're getting returns that
Yep.
a lot of businesses are hoping to make and profit at the end of the year. Just
Yeah.
right off the top. Another reason why we love book selling so much.
That's just off the top, and then we actually make our profit from selling the book.
Yeah.
So it's just a crazy extra bonus that we get, and you can see why we get so excited about selling books.
Yep.
It's just an awesome way to do it.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys
Peace.
there.